What is going on, y'all? Look at this perfect timing. We are just starting another Battle for Hyrule #2 qualifier. We have a bunch of good runners tonight. We got Antlers 44, John Tabin, Ugandist, and last guy's name I'm not sure how to pronounce. I'll let Aqua get that done. What's going on, man? How we doing?
Hey, how's it going? Jay Cooper? Jay Copper? I don't know. It's Jay Cooper. But we're doing pretty fine this evening. How are you doing?
I'm doing well, man. Looks like, as we predicted, we have 3 guys going 3 first, which is the advanced route, and then one of our guys, Ugandist, being not as advanced of a runner, going 2 first, which just means much easier start, much safer. Yeah, but about a minute slower overall. So,
yeah, definitely less risk involved, which is not something to be discounted in a racing environment because you can't just reset and start over. So we'll see how our three first runners fare as Ugandist takes on level 2.
Yep, I don't see any manips or anything. There's a manipulation for level 3. It is all frame perfect, all that good stuff. It's very hard to do in a race. I don't even know if they probably tried, at least a couple of them, but still respectable raft times though, not terrible.
Yep. If I had to guess, I would say Antlers at least tried to go for it, but I caught a glimpse of his timer and he was late going in, so no dice.
Oh. Yeah, well, actually, you're right. I'd be the only one because I don't think John or Coper manips. So yeah, you're probably right.
All right, so we have our level 3 players all getting back from the raft, pretty much within a room of each other, while Ugandis is advancing his way up level 2. He's already up to the final Gorilla room.
Yeah, making his way through. And level 2 is slightly dangerous on 2 first because you do only have 3 hearts, and oh god, the Dongo's being a butt.
Yeah, we do tend to discount level 2's ease, and we just gripe about the time loss it has. But you are right. When you just have 3 hearts and not many resources, it can be a little dicey. But Ugandis pulls through.
Jay Coper gets out. They all get out, manhandle. Let's all 3 of them out with bombs. Let's go. That is actually probably the scariest part of this run in a race is level 3 manhandle fight because manhandler can do manhandler things, but they all got out, which is awesome. Love to see it.
And now we are quickly following that up with the second scariest part of the 3 first route in a tournament race, which is level 4.
Yep, absolutely. At least level 4 though is 100% in your hands, you know. So you just got to do well.
Yep, there's lots of fun fireball patterns for Gleeok and a lot of Vire jumping around, but with enough practice and enough skill, you could adapt to just about any combat situation. Let's see how our 3 players fare. Meanwhile, Ugandis seems to be a tiny bit laggy as he exits level 2, but most likely he will be going to go get a white sword, which none of our other runners will be getting this run.
Yeah, that's one of the cool big perks of 2 first is you get that white sword very early, which helps in what helps a lot level 4, 3, 5. But yeah, we will not see that on a 3 first side. They're all going to stick with the white or wood sword all the way up until Mag's. About 10 minutes left in the run.
We'll see how the breakfast room treats Antlers here. Pretty good on the bombs, got his force really good, so he'll have a nice half pack on his way to the back half of level 4, and he'll grab his ladder with a decent enough time.
Yep, that looks good. A little bit over 4 minutes, which is very fast for a race for sure. So what they do is they have a count. Usually either 8 or a 9 count runners want to go into this what they call the breakfast room here because they have the pancakes. Usually going with the 8 or 9 count, so you're going to force bombs. I guess we should, probably. I think everyone here knows what a bomb force is. But if you don't know what a bomb force is, feel free to ask in the chat. We'll explain it.
Short version is 10th enemy has the bomb.
Yep.
If you kill 9 others without taking damage. So all 3 of our racers not only got their ladder, but actually I take it back. Jay Coper is short on bombs. He only has 1 to his name. You need 3 to properly finish level 4. Let's see if he gets a bomb here. Oh, he does. Oh, well done.
Oh, I wonder if he had a count. I don't know. Probably not. No, there's doubtful, but
yeah, not sure. Either way, he now has enough to finish the level.
Yeah, now, that's huge.
Antlers taking on Gleeok here. having no trouble so far. Antler's no stranger to taking this game on without taking damage. Takes one hit there, but cleans it up pretty nicely.
Yeah, beautiful fight. 16 hits with the wood sword there. That is a pain in the you-know-what fight, and then kind of a gatekeeper of this run.
John Taben had a really clean fire room, just 2 bombs in and out really fast. Now he takes on Gleeok.
Yep. So in and out here. He's taking it kind of a little safer than Antlers, but smarter. Well,
and Coper is starting his fight now. Okay, John only exits with 2 wounds to his name. No problems there. He'll be on his way to level 1 chasing Antlers. Meanwhile, Coper is trying to wrap up Gleeok here. Just has a second head to take down. Takes 16 hits with the wood sword, and all 3 of our 3 first runners have done so pretty cleanly.
Yeah, Gleeok was kind of being a butthead there. The head at least kind of wouldn't leave him alone, so he had to do some dodging and weaving. But we out.
Let's see if I can't take a peek at Ugandis' stream, since the restream seems to be having issues with it. Looks like he is on his way to level 3 himself. He's screen scrolling from the start screen right now. He's got his white sword, he's got 6 hearts, and he's well underway.
Nice. This is kind of the chill zone here on the 3 first route. We're all going to level 1. There's not much to it. It's kind of where Buddy Drewis likes to say, yeah, just catch your breath, take a chill, and get ready for the rest of the run. 'Cause there's not much going on, and it's very straightforward.
Yep, you're trying to build a count. You're always trying to build a count, but you want an extra set of bombs, and you also would like those fancy skeletons to give you some of their money. Because ideally, you would leave with about 20 bucks or so that you can skip a little rupee grab on the way to level 2.
Indeed, if you get enough rupees. I think 20 is usually the benchmark. I personally still grab the Armos 30 a lot, but it costs like 8-9 seconds, so it's not a trivial amount of time.
Yeah, but during a race, it's much nicer to have the guarantee and to have the arrows for level 7 should you need them. But it looks like Jay Coper's got 21 rupees. The rest of 17 and 16 is there. Getting to the back half of level 1 here. My money's on most of our runners. Maybe Antler's not grabbing that Armos 30 on the way. Like I said, it's nice to have during a race.
Yeah, I think it's a smart move in a race. I mean, we're not shooting for a PB here. It makes things much safer for not a crazy amount of time.
Okay, Ugandis. I noticed. I've been looking at my other screen for Ugandis, but it looks like he's showing up on the restream now pretty well.
Yep, looks like we're back.
Nice, and he's doing his level 3 dance right now with decent resources. I don't know off the top of my head how much money he should have at this point, because 2 First is well behind me by now.
But I don't remember either. Yeah.
But with 2 Firsts, you generally don't have too many money problems, as is my understanding, because you're already taking the time to go to level 2 first. So if you grab an extra 30 secret on the way, it's no big deal. All right, we got Antlers getting the rock heart, John Taben exiting level 1, and Jay Coper not far behind him. Ugandis is looking for a bomb drop, I'm guessing. Yep, grabbing those 4 bombs before he goes to take on Manhandla. Sometimes Manhandla will go down in 1, other times he'll use your entire bag. We'll see how he treats them here in a second. Well, our our second level 2 entry of the run is happening now. So, Antlers obviously has a ton of hearts, and like we said, level 2 is a fairly easy run, especially casually when you're not going for time. But it can be a big time sink if the enemies just don't move your way, or you happen to take a hit and lose your beams and things of that sort.
Yeah, sneakily you can lose a lot here. It's not, like you said, it's not a difficult level at all, but it is tricky to do optimally. Antlers does have a little bit of a lead here above our other two, but John Taben and Jay Coper are very, very close to each other. So
Taben went to go get the raft art.
Oh gosh,
Taben's doing something fun.
He's doing Taben things. Who knows? He had bombs and everything, so I'm not sure what he's doing.
Those asking in chat, Antlers has a 28-27 personal best in this particular category. John Taben has a 30-47. Ugandis with a 32-45. And Jay Coper is somewhere, if I could type his name correctly, 3102. There you go.
31. Yeah, I think he might have Might have had a PPD didn't submit or something. At least someone told me that, but yeah, it's right around there.
Yeah, it's definitely possible for sure. All right, so level 2's wrapped up for Antlers. John Tabin's just making his way in. He took a detour, grabbed a couple hard stat on a typical 3 first route you would grab later, but he grabbed them now. We'll see where he goes after level 2. Meanwhile, Jay Coper is really deep into 2. He's just got a few rooms to go, just cleaning stuff up. Looks like he has his money. He's got 48 bucks. Looks like Antlers actually grabbed the 30 secret on his way out of level 2 because he didn't get enough. Usually you try to get all your money in level 2 to get to the requisite 40 that you need, but he was short, so he grabbed that.
Yeah, sometimes you get them, some globals, and sometimes if you lose your beams, you lose a couple force fivers, but yeah, sometimes they're just not nice in there. Not much you can do about it.
Yep, exactly. John Tabin gets himself a bomb drop on the Moldorms there. Some good combat going on his screen. Cleaning up the rest of the ropes there. He is quite short on money, but we also know that he's taking a bit of a unique route here.
Antler's making his way to 5, which is a fun level, shall we say?
It's the real linchpin of the run. It can easily kill your run even before you get to the fun recorder room. He took a hit on the way there, so his count might not be the best. He was killing some Tektites before he headed in. Of course, he would know his count before he gets there. It's pretty critical to have a high count, 9 or at the very least 8 before you get in there. And yeah, he's taking his time to kill an extra Gibdo before he makes the rest of his way in.
Yeah, I think he got a couple of Tektites. Ooh, weird patterns there. Killed a couple Tektites after he got the, and he got his heart back, so he can get some of these keys in the basement. So I'm at, oh my gosh, nice pattern.
John Davidson in chat. Sorry, he's doing the old Canana route, it looks like.
Old Canana route. All right, let's go. I believe that just eliminates the recorder. Is that what the difference is?
Possibly. But we'll find out as his run unfolds. Looks like Antlers has taken a couple hits in the recorder room so far. He's down to half health. Be a little bit careful. So he's not getting his bomb drop, but he's cleaned up pretty nicely. Used all of his bombs, but
yeah, for not having the force bomb in there, that's went very well. I'd like to have a bomb here, but you know, what are you gonna do?
Yeah, critical not to panic if you just go in there and immediately take a hit, because you gotta finish it out, especially in a race, of course.
Yep, for sure.
So we got Tabin. He took a hit from a Tektite, but he's building his count back up. Ugandis gets a bomb drop and is on his way to pick up the Raft Heart. I believe Ugandis might be on the way to 5, while Jay Coper is making good progress in the recorder room. That's right.
Got his force, that's goal number 1. Yeah, just clean these guys up.
And unfortunately, they're not grouping up for him, so it's taking a moment to clean him out. Yeah, that one didn't even have a first hit on him yet. Tabin's on his way to the recorder room now. And Antlers is on the back half. He's a little low on health, but we give Antlers a lot of credit for being able to survive. Of course, no matter how good you are, the Dongos can still give you a bad time.
Oh no, he had to run out of bombs, so he had to menu, and then when you menued again before he had quite picked up the other bombs, so there's, you know, it's not a crazy amount of time in the grand scheme of things, but I know Antlers didn't like that.
No, nobody likes after chasing Dodongos, but at least he got his bomb there, because you can't end up with no bombs.
Yep, for sure.
Okay, so 3 of our runners in 5. Ugandis on his way to level 5, so we'll get maybe a brief point where all 4 of our runners will be in the same level if Antlers doesn't wrap things up here in a couple rooms.
It's kind of a good thing John took this route because, you know, one of the advantages are clearly there's a little bit more health. And well, he's fine. He's got plenty of health.
Yeah, Jay Coper also having little luck with the triple Dodongo room. Had to spend a couple moments in there. He's through now. Antlers chasing down the Great Eye, floating about, but he makes it out. Gets his 9th heart, and now he's out of 5.
Yeah, solid time too.
He currently maintains the lead in this qualifier race. And by the way, these racers are not necessarily racing against each other. For those unaware, these are just for qualifying seeding times for the tournament. So regardless of how their opponents are doing on stream, all of us in the tournament are competing for the best time to get the best seeds.
Yep, you get 3 shots at it. So if you do have a flub up, if it's assuming it's your first one, I think a couple of these guys. This is Antler's second, I believe John's second, I believe.
That sounds about right. I haven't kept super close track of how many qualifiers everyone's done yet. I know I have 1 more to go in my case, and I think you have 2 more.
Yep, 2 more left, and then two more in both categories, 100% and this category here.
Very nice. Gondis clears out the recorder room, gets a 5er drop. Might have come in with 1 too many on his docket, but he gets out of there with full health, which is always nice to see. Antlers is getting his way to level 7. Jake Hooper's high-fiving with him as they cross paths there. And John Taven is wrapping up level 5 well into the back half now.
Yep, and you see that white sword coming into play there for Ugandans. They had to sword him down, so they take 4 hits rather than 8, assuming they haven't been touched by a bomb. But yeah, have the do double the damage with that white sword.
Yeah, it really helps progress, especially if you're new to the game in general, because there's a lot of combat to pick up when participating. And also, like we mentioned earlier, it's just generally a safer route in a race setting. 3 first carries a lot of risk. Okay, so Antlers is now on level 7, taking on the River Room. I don't know if he's carried a bomb force. He's using bombs, though, so my guess is up. Keith's got him, so he gets no bomb force, so he's going to have some bomb troubles here. He may have to stop in a certain room and farm for it, or he could get lucky, or he's counting his globals and he might get a lucky drop.
Yep. He can't even get to the Dongo room either, so he's definitely got to, one way or another, we got to find some bombs in here.
That's right. All right, Taben's leaving level 5 now on his old Kanana route. Ugandis is clearing out level 5, and Coper's now in the river room. Definitely switching to arrows. He has 9 arrows to his name. Ideally, we'll hit those blue Garias because they have 6 health apiece, and arrows do 2 damage.
Yeah, Bubble's not really even alone here, but he should get through it here.
The river room's another kind of semi-critical room where you can just end up losing a ton of time, and if you're depending on bombs there, you're in for a time if you just immediately lose your count.
Absolutely.
Alright, so Gondis is out of 5, Taben's on his way to 7, Antlers just got his red candle, and now he's leaving to the back half of 7.
Have to clear this room here.
Yep, he's just going for it. Switching to arrows, he has 19 bucks to his name, so he has tons of ammunition. Clearing those, Garia's out, no sweat. Then he will be making his way through the back half. All right, now he has enough to finish the dungeon. Coper's got 6 bombs, so he'll be fine.
Yeah, he did that room pretty quick. I never really thought about pulling out arrows, probably because I never have arrows in that situation. That's probably why.
Yeah, so that 30 secret we mentioned earlier, if you grab that, then you typically do have plenty for arrows on level 7. But if you're going for that flat 40 minimum rupees when leaving level 2, you generally only have like 1 or 2 rupees to your name unless you've gotten really lucky in 2 or whatnot. So the dependency is bomb forcing in the river room, so you don't have to use your arrows. Oh, Coper takes a death in 7.
Oh man, I didn't even see his health getting down. I was...
Guns down just in time to see him take that last hit, so he's going back into 7. This is not a level that you can come back later. At this point in the run, you're basically replaying the dungeon that you're in.
Yeah, it's
it's rough. Level 7 is pretty deceptive too. You might think, oh, he takes another death there. It might look simple because the enemy sets are not like, big tough Armos or Wizrobes or anything, but you can get nickel and dimed your way just down to nothing. And now he has to go through the entire dungeon with 3 hearts, and it's not a small dungeon.
Oh my goodness, and he gets double bopped again in the first room.
Yeah. Would not be the worst idea if he takes another death to potentially hop over to the ferry that's 2 screens over, but it does cost time. So, gets another hit there from the Dig Dogger. It's unfortunate.
Yeah. This game is rough to race, man. These things happen. But, yeah, I think the ferry would be a good call for him. It's only a couple screens over, but he's gonna try again.
For sure. Antlers, meanwhile, doing the world wrap to get to the 2 hearts that John Taven picked up earlier. He will be doing the Rue Quarter here in a moment. And Taven and Ugandis are both working their way through level 7.
He's going 10 cup. That's a great saying. That's a great movie.
Yeah. All right, so you'll see the recorder here. If you've never seen that before, a lot of witchcraft is happening behind the scenes. But long story short, you're riding the recorder and the raft at the same time. Oh, he messed the clip up, so he has to reset his recorder and go back up there. But what should happen is you'll ride the wind across the raft, and then the raft and the twister will exit the stream at the same moment, which will push you up and to the left in this case, because reasons, and so he ends up in the graveyard rather than ending up in level 7, which is where the recorder would have placed him. And our first, almost said Master Sword, our first magical sword grabber is Antlers, with a respectable race time of 20:55 or so. J. Cobra takes another death in level 7. Like I say, it's a miserable dungeon if you have low health and you got to make your way through.
Really is. Yeah, we'll see.
So we got Taven exiting 7 with almost full health and all of his hearts, so he will indeed just be walking straight up into the graveyard to grab the magical sword and make his way into 6, which is where Antlers is right this moment.
Yeah, John's putting up a pretty solid run here. Antlers is pretty, per his PB, pretty far behind, but I think John's keeping up with his a little bit.
Definitely. He'll be maybe a minute or so behind. And Ugandis, like we said, he ran 2 first, but he's getting close to the end of level 7 as well. He's probably about the same distance behind John Taven, maybe a little less, as he makes his way. Well, we know he's still racing even if his stream is frozen.
Yeah.
Right, we got the first magical breakfast room here in level 6. Antlers is taking some damage to it, and he gets hit by a bubble with just one sword swipe left.
Oh my god, I thought he was going to take another one.
I would have almost dropped a bomb there, potentially, to save some time, but he doesn't have enough, thankfully.
Yeah, this is a lot of bombs for a starting 6, so yeah.
Cobra's into the back half of 7 and then some. He got a fairy drop from the Dig Dogger, so he should be A-okay, but you never say never in this game. And Taven's making his way into 6 now.
Don't get that. Yeah, he should be okay now.
Right, so we got Antlers with 6 hearts, makes real quick work of Magical Breakfast too. Got some good whiz robes just sitting right in front of his sword as he took him down. The pancakes were no big deal, so he'll be in and out of 6 here in just a moment.
Yeah, very nice room there.
And John Taven's in his way in first Magical Breakfast, spinning a couple bombs to speed up combat, while Ugandis grabs his magical sword right around the 23-minute mark, it looks like.
Yeah, not too bad at all. He has we said his PB is 33 something, so that's a pretty solid grab for him. Or was it 32 something? Might have been 32
something like that. One of the nicknames of the last 3 dungeons is called the 10-minute drill. He gets level 6, 8, 9 from the point of grabbing the magical sword. Can take you about 10 minutes. These days, the tip-top times are a bit faster, but if you get 10 minutes in the last 3 at that point, it's a pretty good click.
Yep, absolutely.
All right, we got Taven with 1.5 hearts left in Magical Breakfast 2. He just took a took a beam.
Oh, there, man.
All right, so Ugandis advances to 2nd place at this point. So he's in with his magical sword, killing all the bats in the belfry and making his way up to the first Magical Breakfast. J. Cobra's doing the Rue Quarter walk at this point, while Antlers is already on his way to level 8.
Yeah, level 8. Level 8 is, like I like to say, I think I probably should stop saying it. I probably say it every time, but it's really fun. The combat's really fun. It's just, when you're on PB pace in such a dangerous level, it's a little scary, but it's a really fun level. Lots of sword whipping and very technical fights.
My favorite part of the entire run is the last 3 levels, because you're doing very few tricks at that point. You're not gathering items or resources. It's just you in combat in the game, nothing else.
Absolutely.
Anyway,
practicing 10 minutes are so fun.
Oh yeah, you can do it for hours. So we got Antlers in the first room, getting a fairy, exiting the first Blue Lagoon room with full health. Meanwhile, Ugandis is doing all right here in the second Magical Breakfast, getting rid of all the wizards, getting a bomb drop, which was good because he had 0 bombs to his name. Taven with 1 heart left entering Magical Breakfast too. He's got to be careful. Got a couple hearts, good. Clearing out 1 more blue, 1 more red. 3 pancakes, they aren't the biggest deal. Get some bombs, which is good. Antlers is already through. Blue Lagoon number 2 as Jay Cooper makes his way into level 6.
Yeah, he got beat up a little bit there in the Blue Lagoon too, but kept his composure, got through it pretty fast.
Mm-hmm. Now he gets to fight a 4-headed Gleeok, which is a lot less scary, mostly because of the point in the run where you have magical sword and usually plenty of health. Only takes 3 hits on the first head, 2 heads per each additional head.
Yep, Mags tears it up pretty good.
Just like that, he's out, and Ugandis is out of level 6. While Tabin is making his way towards the end of 6, he has the Mighty Goma to fight, which takes 1 whole arrow to beat.
Toughest boss in the game.
That's right. All right, we got Jay Cooper fighting his way through Magical Breakfast 1, meanwhile, with Ugandis flying to level 2 to get to 8, and Antlers will be on his way to level 9. No Bomb of Destiny for Antlers.
No. Man, do you ever get that bomb? I feel like it doesn't exist.
Oh, yeah. I get it quite a bit, because it's like a 40-some% chance if you can line up your global for it to be there.
Oh, yeah?
And, yeah. I would say it's slightly less chance, because sometimes the Zola can get in the way of your sword beam, because you got to swing it basically the instant you enter the screen. But anyway,
Yeah.
Antlers didn't get it, but 6 bombs is just enough to finish the game without any for combat, so the more you have, the better it is. Jay Cooper, meanwhile, getting MB2, with Ugandis having, again, full health and at the end of Blue Lagoon Run with John Tabin 2 screens behind him. Antlers taking out the first room, forcing a bomb, so we'll have some extra bombs for combat, which is always good because it helps you go faster. Cleans up the first room really quick. John Tabin in first Lagoon, while Ugandis is in second. Ugandis using those beams to great effect, not losing a bit of health so far. And Tabin just making up some time here with the last one.
Yeah, very cool to see all these guys pretty close, all within a dungeon, half a dungeon of each other, pretty much. Antlers is a little far ahead of Cooper now, but
yep. Despite the varied routes, Cooper took several deaths in 7, which put him behind, understandably, because of all the deaths in 7. Especially if you die towards the back half, because you're just having to walk and refight a bunch of rooms.
you gotta love this refill here for Ugandis. I mean, it's at this stage in the game, they say that this Triforce room has one of the highest variances out of any room in the game. Did you know that?
Did not know that, but I can see it with how much refills cost. If you're going between half a heart and no refill at all, you're talking like 10, 15 seconds easy, doing literally nothing but standing there.
Yeah, it's always rough to see that, especially on a good pace, and you happen to finish level 8 with a heart. It seems like an eternity.
Oh yeah, it's awful. John Tabin gets himself a bomb drop into the basement room in level 8. Gondis on his way to pick up a potion, if I had to guess, before he heads to level 9. Tabin heads his way to Gleeok. Jay Cooper taking on the Lagoons in level 8. Meanwhile, Antlers is on his way to probably one of the most nerve-wracking rooms in the game before the next one, which is Reverse C. See how he takes us out.
Nice patterns.
Yeah. Always like to go for that corner because Blue Wizrobes tend to congregate down there if you hover down there at the beginning. I say tend to because, of course, they can just decide to go somewhere else.
Man, this guy's gotten, I think that's his 4th drop. I think he forced 2 and has gotten 2 globals. They're just throwing the bombs at him.
Definitely feasting in the back half of 9. So Antlers on in his potentially last 2 minutes of the run. Sub 30 is out of the running, of course, but sub 31's definitely on the table for him. Okay, he gets what I call the most nerve-wracking part of the run, especially on pace, which is the reverse clip. Does it quick, no problem.
Oh yeah, Not the hardest thing in the world in theory, but yeah, on pace. Doing it with Wizrobes in your face, it's...
Ugandis just ran out of bombs. He has 0 bombs, and he did not open the exit. So he's hoping these blue Lionels will help him out here.
Well, he needed to do this even with a bomb, because he couldn't get anywhere in here.
That's true, yep. So now he has to go bomb hunting. He has enough to go buy bombs, if he's aware there's a shop kind of not too far from here. We'll see what he takes on. Meanwhile, Antlers is getting to the last, about like 6 screens of the game, last 2 combat rooms, really. John Tabin entering level 9 second, with Cooper chasing right behind him.
Yeah, Antler's got to be careful here. A couple hunter bops and he's gone. And one gaining a hug and he's gone. So I don't imagine he'll have problems. But
so many bombs, he got to try the bomb clip twice, making it in.
yeah,
Right, he has 20 arrows to his name, so no danger of swag arrowing his way out of a fight, which I have seen happen before.
oh dear, Antlers.
Okay, down to one hit. Gotta be careful with Patrick. Oh no!
Man.
The equalizer strikes even in vanilla, so now John
Oh,
Tabin is
yeah.
in the lead.
See what Antler's going to do here. He could still finish second. So
Going right in, yep. You gotta low percent your way through level 9, which is... Level 7 is hard and long. This one, you get to skip. He already has the silvers. You get to skip part of it, and he died in Patcher 3, so the touchback roll, he's just going to go back there anyway. But he has to kill several rooms again with only 3 hearts.
yeah, for sure. He is the damageless king, though, so I imagine he'll find his way through it. He is the world record holder in the damageless category by a good margin. So
Right.
it should be okay, but we'll see.
So John Tabin stabbed the old man a few times. You can build your count on the old man. Each time you stab him counts as a kill, quote unquote. So he got himself a bomb drop in the next room, which he needed to complete the run. Antlers taking a bop from P1 there, Patra 1, so he's down to 1 heart already.
Yeah, it's so hard to do the Patra 1 skip when the doorway isn't open. It's like the timing is very funny without having the door shenanigans.
Yeah. Patra 1 also has a bomb drop if you defeat him in that room, which runners often go for if they're low on resources. But of course, Antlers gets another bomb drop. He has 8 bombs.
Yeah, what in the world, man? Oof.
Jake Coper getting a left Patra 1 pattern, which is never good. You're almost always taking 1 or 2 hits there. He took 3. Tabin making his way towards reverse C to get the silver arrows, while Antlers is making his walk back to the entryway to arrows, which he doesn't need, but he has to get past P2 damageless here. It's probably just going to kill him.
Oh my goodness.
Jake Coper
Get
gets
outta
himself a bomb. Antlers fighting the fight. John Tabin
here?
Maybe. Nope. Got
Nope.
5. Yeah, so you can get 16 kills in a row. You can get a forced fairy drop, or you can get a global fairy drop. He got neither. John Tabin getting through the reverse C room with most of his health intact. Took a bit of time, but he's in a comfortable 2nd place at the moment.
Another bomb drop for Antlers.
Yeah, of
what
course.
in the world?
I can't-
Antlers can still win this. That's funny.
Yes, actually. Because he's already passed. Like we said, he didn't have to go back to the silver arrow room, so he got to bypass that. Even though the P2 fight took a while. Oh no, he got trapped literally. And Jay Coper takes a death too. He got trapped in the top right corner. All right, 2 deaths simultaneously.
I think he might have had some shenanigans there because I don't think there was a wizard in his way. I don't know why he stopped up there.
It must have just been either a moment of hesitation or finger slipped or something because he got caught in the top row. Because you're right,
Yeah.
both with only 1 heart in that room, you can't just go for it because the trap will kill you in 1 hit, as we just saw. But the Wizrobes gave him a fortunate pattern, so he didn't have to do any kind of tomfoolery. So whatever it was, he has to make the walk again. And now him and Coper are in the exact same room with the exact same health. All right.
Yep.
We got John Tabin making his way now to Ugandis. Everybody's in level 9, which is great.
Yeah.
All right, so John Tabin has full health. He has no more need for that bomb pack, so he just leaves it behind. Now he's on his way to Patcher 3. And let's see if Patcher 3 will add another kill to its count.
Yeah, he'd have to really go ham here. I imagine he'll just take it safe and get through it here.
Yep. Find out here in a moment.
Yep.
So with beams, you can effectively do double damage, which is always beneficial. He does take 1 hit, but he's got this in the bag easy. Now he'll be our first contestant to fight Mr. Ganon.
That's right. With the fairy to boot. All right, Antlers gets 1 more heart, which is big time. So now he can take that Wizrobe bop if he needs.
I agree with Rick. There was probably just an uh-oh moment with Antlers.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, John Tabin gets the stun lock. Oh,
No.
loses the last one. He can take a few hugs, taking the safe strat in one corner.
It's always
Boom.
scary.
And John Tabin will be the first racer to finish in this qualifier with an official time of 34 minutes and 43 seconds. A nice palindrome to start the evening off.
Absolutely. Good stuff. Let me...
All right,
All right, go ahead.
Yeah, I was going to say, Antlers is making his way back again, while Jay Coper narrowly avoiding damage in P2 there. Meanwhile, we have Ugandis taking a hit Gonna queue up a potion? Yes. You get 2.5 hearts, all good. Coper going for silver arrows. All right, let's see what else. Okay, Jay Coper's got his silvers in the bag, has some health to his name. Antler is on his way to fight P3 round 2. Takes a hit immediately. Can't take another hit.
Yeah, back up. Back up. Oh my god, look, he's all up in the... Oh my goodness.
Makes it to Ganon. Can't hug Ganon, but he can take a fireball, which is very critical.
Alright, 1, 2, 3.
Was
that intentional?
I want to say that's intentional. It looks like he's already forfeited in the race, so I bet that was just for funsies. As we said, this is just a qualifier, and you get multiple bites at the apple. So Antlers was probably happy to walk away without taking a 34x at this point.
Yeah, we do have John. Welcome on in, John. GG.
Hey guys,
got the dub.
thanks. Yeah, I don't know what happened in level 6, but otherwise it was pretty good. I mean, I do know what happened. I was trying to farm bombs and I didn't get them, so I had to improvise, and then the bubble got in my way, and then I lost control of the room. But other than that, I was happy with some stuff in that room. I got the bomb force in the next room. I haven't done Patra 3 with beams maybe ever, but I just got that fairy drop at an opportune time, and I remember when that used to be the best possible strat before people started nice ticking them.
Oh yeah, you cleaned house on Patra 3 for sure.
Yeah.
That was cool. Also, Antlers, welcome on in, man. GG.
Yo, GG's, John.
Thanks, Antlers. GG to you too. I was sort of listening. I guess you died 9.
Yeah. I pretty much stopped caring after 7. I was completely over it after I got trolled again on the River Force, and that pretty much killed any chance I had to improve my qualifying time.
Yeah, I mean, you already had a good time in the books, I believe, right?
Yeah, 30-14 is my time.
Yeah.
We figured that kiss to Ganon there at the end was a pretty intentional maneuver.
No, honestly, it was sloppy. It wasn't intentional, but it was very sloppy. It was a very, I'm really not paying much attention maneuver. I've had full intention of finishing and, completing the run, but I was I just walked too quickly or I pressed B too quickly, really, and didn't get the arrow fire after my, sword stab.
Mm-hmm.
And that was what it was. So, ended up walking right into Brown Ganon, and at that point, I wasn't interested in going through 9 again.
Yeah, understandable. So,
I'd
John,
already been through like 4 times.
Yeah, Antlers died at P3, John, on his first bout into it.
Oh,
so.
that sucks.
Yeah, even with the shenanigans in 7 and things, I think it was going to be like a high 30. It was what it was looking like.
I mean, I was collating the best qualifying time so far. I want to see them, and I was looking at this category and all the DNFs at the bottom of the column, including mine, because this is my best qualifying time now because I DNF'd the last one. Level 9's doing great in this tournament. Really putting
Definitely
up a nice resistance.
And hey, Jay Coper, welcome to the commentary booth. How'd you feel you did?
I was great, flawless.
I accept this analysis.
Yeah, well, you weren't the only one, man. Everyone, 9 is not just 9. The game is fighting back hard in this tournament for sure. Knocking down some good runners.
And level 7 was definitely giving you the business there, Jay Coper.
Yeah, it was.
We just don't do no resets that often, so this game's tough to. This game's tough, especially on the speedrun route, and you can see it. Like, it's hard to get close to your PB in a race.
Yeah, that's what makes the tournament or a race setting kind of fun is that you do have to adapt. You can't just say, "Oh, I didn't get a 213 out of level 3, so I'm just going to reset and start over." You just have to deal with, whatever the game gives you.
Yeah, for sure. I'm definitely hoping for better luck in my in my last qualifier because man, I've gotten trolled both times in River Force. That time I got trolled really bad in 5, just some awful patterns as well. Slowed me way down. But
Yeah, level 5 was everybody got through level 5, I think, without dying. But yeah, some of those recorder rooms were not too favorable. And I was watching that Keese in the river room just slowly fly up to you while you were stuck on your ladder and just give you a little smooch to take away your bomb force.
yeah, and of course, like the other one dodged me a million times too. Like I had it if I would have just hit that Keese, and I missed it with a beam like 3 times. It was just like dodging, the dodgeball champion.
Yeah, I took a death in 5 in my first qualifier, so that's why I did the old pre-recorder version of the red candle route, is because those extra 2 heart containers in 5 is just a nice cushion in case things go wrong. Which
Yeah, I called that. Nice.
Yeah.
I figured as much.
Yeah, the extra health definitely paid off. Gondis was kind of keeping pace too. We were saying that going 2 first is not like an instant loss. Yes, it's a slower start, but depending on what happens to others during a race, you end up with better resources in the early game and a more consistent starting point. So you do wind up keeping pace with others.
Yeah. I mean, I've gotten pretty good at race strats in 3, but that takes a while to work on. And the 2 first route, it's 65 seconds slower. If the other person takes a death, you're going just as fast, and it's consistent, and it's a great race route. But I think since before I was around, that was what it was originally. It was made for racing, I believe.
Definitely more consistent.
Well, I mean, it's just a kind of an intermediate route between doing a blue.
I guess there
ring
used to
and-
be like a blue ring route and 3 first and nothing in between until Unos and BT came up with that.
That's true.
Right. I'm pretty sure you were around then. Maybe not. I don't know.
I wasn't around until 2017.
Okay.
Hey, Cooper,
There you
I gotta ask you:
It was
Are
a
you
while ago,
are you planning on any other categories?
I mean, I was planning on playing all of them, probably.
Nice. Heck
It's
yeah.
just a question of fitting in the
Yeah, getting the qualifiers in.
the qualifiers. Yeah, stuff's happening. Stuff. Yeah, something that happened in that run that I was proud of was my was keeping it going at 4, getting the force out of the Vires.
Oh yeah,
way
what
back
was
from
that
the
a
ladders.
force? Yeah, we weren't sure if it was a force or not, or just a lucky bomb on that Vire.
No, it was a force.
Was it? That's awesome.
Well done. So for the other racers and those that didn't see, he only had 1 bomb coming out of the ladder room. So we figured, well, he's got to do something, and we saw him place the bomb, and it looked like all the Vires were going to dodge it at first. It was almost like, well, so much for that. But then one came in range, and lo and behold, got his bomb, finished level 4.
That's awesome. That's really hard to do when you're generally on tilt when that happens anyway. So it's really hard to keep that count coming out of the ladder room.
Yeah.
Yeah,
for sure.
I had 2, and then I used 1 on the Zol and 1 on the Vire because I wasn't 100% sure, but I was pretty sure that was 9, and then had 3 of them still to work with for 10. But I guess this is my last qualifier for any percent. No weapon A. Disappointed that I didn't get a deathless run in. Got to get more consistent at 7, I guess. And I suppose before the 100% qualifiers, I should do a run at that or something. Maybe.
Yeah, it's recommended to maybe feel your way around it a little bit.
Right.
Probably a good idea. But
It's good to see it back at Vanilla though.
Definitely.
I mean, I would have done it last year, but I was gone for all the qualifiers, so why don't know what to do then. So.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah, I do remember that. Yep.
We're happy to have you here for this one for sure.
Yeah, man, it'll be fun.
Okay. Right. Thanks, guys. Thanks for the commentary and everything, and we'll talk to you later.
All
All
right.
right, thanks,
care,
Jake
man.
Cooper. John, Antlers, any other particular comments about the race?
Not from me. Just GG's everybody, and thank you to commentary and restreamers.
Yeah, thanks as always.
All right, well, we have another any percent no pay qualifier coming up at 10 o'clock Eastern tonight. I do not know where it is being restreamed. I don't see it on the SG schedule, so perhaps it is ZSR.
It is.
Yeah.
If there's a restream, I think we're doing it Zelda speedruns last I knew.
Yeah.
Okay.
It may or may not be one. I think there probably will end up being one, but definitely on ZSR. Yep, for the 10 o'clock one.
Yeah. And right here on SpeedGaming, there is a Zelda 1 randomizer race coming up between Chest Jerk and TA909. So,
Oh yeah.
That's right. It's in 12 minutes.
That's right.
if you're a Zelda person, change the channel.
Oh.
Assuming you like both Vanilla and Rando.
All right, rock and roll, guys. Doc, thanks for hanging out with me, man. Unless you have anything else to say, I guess we will wrap it up.
Likewise, that'll do it. Thanks for commentating with me.
Absolutely. Take care.
All right, see ya.